I'll start. Hey Tracy, what's up, man?
Alex, where you been? I feel like we're in a rap beef. I haven't seen you in forever.
What are you talking about?
Missed you last
I've
week.
been here.
All right, I accept.
Um, Tracy, I imagine you know what I'm gonna ask. That the decision and the communication with Dave Canales ahead of the game to choose which direction you wanted to go on the coin toss. Can you take me into that moment of when you had that discussion with them and ultimately why you decided to do what you guys did?
Sure. Well, first of all, we do it every week. It's the same. And then it was particularly harsh conditions in Green Bay this week. The wind was downfield instead of crossfield, which is more normal. So Sam Martin mentioned in Buffalo, was like, hey, if there's a big downfield wind, we would go ahead and make sure we had the ball in the fourth quarter with the wind in case something came up. Like, okay, fine. You know me well enough. I'm intellectually open to all action there. So it's like, all right. So hey, Dave, kind of thing. Dave chooses if we have the ball or not. That's on him. He always asks which way we want to go based on the conditions. So we do that. Sorry, Bruce. So it was just a normal one, same one we do every week. Our process is I go talk to Dave. Dave says yes or no, and then I go and I tell Bryce, and then he handles it with the officials in the midfield. This one, Bryce came to me and said, "Hey, which way we're going?" kind of thing, and he knew which way he wanted to go. Like, so it was one of those.
Did you say Sam Martin brought it up to you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Sam weathered the game. We're always talking about the conditions. Sam, JJ, Ryan, just kind of how it is. It's usually, hey Ryan, which way are we thinking about it, kind of thing. It's an open discussion with how that day's going. That happens in pregame every week.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Any more questions for Coach?
I've got one.
Yeah. What up, Joe?
Related question.
Sure.
I, I think it was Ryan who mentioned that the tunnel is sort of what gets the wind swirling in that building. Is that always been the case, and is it similar to the old Meadowlands in that regard?
That place has changed a little bit as they built up the suites around it from a long, long time ago. But the tunnels is just kind of the viewpoint. Both teams come out of the same side of that field for the locker room, so it's easy to call that one the tunnel side. It just happened to be going that direction that day, kind of thing. Tunnels are in most stadiums kind of part of the corners of the stadium, so you get a little more action wind-wise everywhere in that way. So it's either to or away from the tunnel most of the time.
Thanks.
Mike K.
Hey, Tracy. Good morning.
Oh, off-campus Mike, what's going on?
Yeah, off campus. So Ryan told me that he frequently gets locked out of the locker room on his walks back. Do you have any funny stories from the specialists kind of leaving practice early and, maybe Ryan kind of getting left out in the cold?
No particular stories. There is a definite physical difference between Ryan Fitzgerald and like Bruce Smith, for example, or like Julius Peppers. So he frequently in life and at work gets mixed in with the general public there on that. So security in this building is, as you know, as you have tested, strong. So if you don't have the right credentials on you, which sometimes you don't on your way to and from practice, you have to go through a second line of questioning. He's dealing with that well. If he's here long enough, hopefully we can get a little face recognition from our building security.
Any more questions for Coach?
Is there anything with the Saints over the past year that has maybe changed from a special team standpoint other than the coaching staff that you have to be really aware of?
Well, you hit it already. They changed coordinators. The guy has worked at the Saints for a while. Phil had worked with Darren Rizzi, but there's always a change when someone else is making the final call on that kind of thing. The players have, of course, changed quite a bit, even within this season. You won't see the same kickoff returners that they started the year with. Now you won't see the punt returner that they started the year with. So you're defending different people. They have a rookie punter as well, South Carolina guy, Kai Kroger. So we'll deal with him. The kicker's the same. And then some JT Gray, who was a mainstay there, a Pro Bowl special teams player, had moved on. So you're seeing different players. What hasn't changed is the physicality, the speed. They're playing with great intensity. Saints always play really hard on defense and special teams combined, so we're still seeing that part of it. The style is exceptionally similar in all of the scary ways, but there are some differences from year to year, as with basically everybody. All right, Mike.
Cass, followed by Joe Person.
Yeah, hey Tracy.
Hey, Cass, good morning.
Morning. You mentioned the returner changing even this week. When Shaheed is not going to be there anymore, I know you'll still face him later in the season now, but when he's not there on Sunday, the guys yesterday, the defensive guys were saying there's still speed and there's still their schemes that you plan for, but how much can you do that on punt return when it can be so dependent on the returner himself? What does that do to kind of change your game plan?
I have to take a look at the other candidates to return out there. They had a few guys with experience. They also have somebody on the practice squad who's been a punt returner before. There's a little more uncertainty now. So as a little more if in the game than if you know who the punt returner is going to be for any week kind of thing. And then it leads to some questions about the particular style that they'll play based on who they have out there. So I have to have a little more openness to future activities.
Cool, thank you.
That's a nothing answer. Good luck printing that.
I can find a way to spin it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tracy, on the topic of returners, are
Yep.
you going forward now with Chuba being one of your main guys back there?
Chuba's done a nice job in practice. He has some experience from a few years back. And then we're looking for the best available ball carriers at the game. Whoever that turns into, if that's turning into Chuba for some of these games, then fantastic. And if that turns into whoever else is available, we're always practicing the guys who are good with the ball and can be trustworthy handling all the kicks. And Chuba's definitely on that list.
You guys, it appears, and forgive me, it may be across the entire league, but
Sure.
running backs have become the kick returners and not so much the wideouts anymore. That's a product of the new rules. Could you explain why?
Sure. You're only allowed to have two guys back in the return area by the ball. So naturally, one of those two guys is going to be a blocker. So you're also talking about a lead blocker. So some of the more dynamic punt returners, smaller players become ineffective if they're not holding the ball back there, and they have to be the legitimate lead blocker for a play where you don't know who exactly the coverage players are, how they're going to be aligned and which guy is coming at you full speed and which one's not, all those things. So for all the variables, running backs, because of their pass protection experience, because of their comfortable nature with dealing with the ball on the ground also have become kind of the lead returners almost everywhere, with some exceptions. There are some running back style receivers out there that do great also.
Thanks.
Sure.
Darren Gant.
Tracy, going back to coin toss strategy, do you have
Great.
thoughts on heads versus tails?
I have not addressed that at all. I'm never aware if it's going to be a commemorative coin or not. There's issues with the weighting and some of those things if we want to just get into the strategy there. I don't even know if the Panthers pick heads or tails. I wait for the next word that's going to be said after that. Once they tell us if it's our choice or theirs, then it's spring in action. All I know for sure is we're up, no matter how it goes.